The next type of button we'll discuss in our training is called a submenu button. Submenu buttons are used to go to the next level down in the menu. Now, a submenu button can be used at the main menu level or any level below that, up until the point where you charge for an item, and you'll understand that concept in a few moments. But submenus allow you to navigate down to the next level. In our training example, the next menu item is going to be soup of the day. So what we're going to do is define a submenu button that will take us down another level to several soup selections, and then from there to choose options for our soup items on the menu. So in the Food Menu Designer, press F9 to go into design mode, and then we'll place a menu button on the screen. So on the component palette, click submenu button, and then wherever you'd like that button to be on the screen, you can click that spot and it will put down a new submenu button that matches the size of that first button. In this example, our caption is going to be soup. You'll recall from our item button example that the caption appears on the face of the button. The product code would be associated with the submenu button if you want to charge for something with this button. But in this example, what we're doing is we're using this soup button as a category button to navigate down to the next level of the menu to select the soup item that we want. So in this example, we don't need to put any product code in. We'll just say save, and now we have a button on the screen that says soup. Let me show you how this will work. If we press F9 to go to the run mode, now we still see our two buttons here. If we click soup, we go to a completely blank menu screen. Now this blank menu screen is where we will be putting our next items onto the menu. For soup of the day, we have two sizes, a cup and a bowl, so we are going to be putting one menu button each, one submenu button each for the cup and the bowl size. So we'll press F9 to go to the design mode, and we'll click the submenu button on the component palette, and then click on this screen to drop that button. Now let's type the caption that we want. Notice that it will not let us type the word cup because we are limited in length for the caption field. So you can, if you run into this issue, you can abbreviate. So let's just call this soup of the day cup. And then we need to associate a product code with the soup of the day because we'll be charging for this item. Now you know from our previous example that we could exit the Menu Designer screen and go back to the Product Center and set up a new product code there. But let me show you how to do it from the Submenu Button Properties window. Just a piece of advice. You are better served if you set up all of your product codes first and then come into the Menu Designer and assign the product codes to each button. Now, in future examples in the menu training, all of my product codes are going to be set up, so from this point on I won't need to do this. You'll notice in Point of Success that whenever there's a code required, which is data that's stored somewhere else in the program, you will see this magnifying glass icon. Clicking the magnifying glass will display a window. In this case, it's the Search Product List window. And this shows us the same information that we would see in the Product Center. From this window you can, for example, double-click a product to edit that product, or you could set up a new product or search for a product in the list. So let's click this magnifying glass button, display the product list, and then click New. Our code, let's put soup of the day, SOTDC for cup. Notice we can type the entire description that we were originally going to use on the submenu button here in the description field. The receipt description will repeat what is in the description field, but let's just type in SOTD cup. The product type is going to be product charge inventory. The category, let's make this an entree. Prep location 1. Box label none. Our cost, let's make this 75 cents. And the retail price for this item is $2.99. We'll click Save, and now we have our Soup of the Day Cup product code entered. Let's click Save, and now we have a button, SOTD-cup. Now, in general, it's not a good idea to abbreviate the captions on buttons because abbreviations have to be taught. If you can avoid abbreviating by using a shorter description, that is the best way to do it. Next, let's add a button for the bowl size or the soup of the day. Click the Submenu button on the component palette. Drop that button under the Cup button. Type the caption. And then select the product code. Notice that all my product codes are now entered. I took a moment after placing the cup size button to enter all of the product codes. There is Soup of the Day Bowl as our product code. And we'll click Save to save this button. Next, if you look at our training booklet, we do have one additional type of soup. That is the baked potato soup selection. Let's select the Submenu button from the component palette and drop that right under the bowl size. Type the caption. And then we'll select the product code. One thing you should notice is that I have started all of the product codes of a particular category with the same first few characters of the code. The reason I've done this is so that when you're looking for these product codes in the list, they all appear together. So looking at the product code list, you'll see that I do not have a product code for baked potato soup. So let's save this button, and I want to exit the menu designer and show you a shortcut for setting up a new product code for baked potato soup. Let's go back to the product center. Now I already have a product code that is most of what I want in the baked potato soup code. So select the Soup of the Day Bowl product code and then click Copy Selected Product from the sidebar menu. A new window opens for product entry, and this is a copy of the product I selected before. So let's change the product code. Soup BTC for cup. Change this to baked potato soup. Cup. BP soup cup in the receipt description. And everything with the exception, actually the price is correct at $3.99, and we'll click Save. But before we do that, let's uncheck Exit on Save. This will allow us to save this product code that we have created and use some of the information in this product entry window for our next code. This is another shortcut for creating product codes, so we'll click Save. And we also need to set up the bowl size for baked potato soup. So type Soup BTB for bowl. Edit that. And put our cost in here and our retail price, which in this case for the bowl size is $4.99. And we'll click Save, and our new product codes are set up. Let's go back to the Tools Center to the Food Menu Designer, and we'll put our new button onto the screen.